Hello everyone, I am Carolina Escareño and today I'm going to talk about the case before the International Criminal Court. The case is of the Republic of Queron, its independence and freedom from the Tulipas Empire. I was hearing the discourse before the International Criminal Court through this Zoom online meeting, and I'm going to tell some facts and explanation. The case that we were checking and analyzing is the case of the Republic of Queron, its independence and freedom from the Tulipas Empire. The prosecutor presented exposed before the International Criminal Court right now, which we can say that this case is about an expansion to indigenous communities, indigenous groups. Not only Tulipinos are more diversity of ethnicities, with the prosecutors play an active role in these proceedings, including initiation of proceedings and for authorities value or consistent with local practice, investigation offenses, supervision of the legality of such investigation, supervision of the execution of judicial rulings. During the case, the prosecutor gives some preliminary examination. The prosecutor office asks whether there is evidence of serious crimes competent for the International Criminal Court. The investigation were when the suspect is identified and sufficient evidence is gathered. Right now, the prosecutor's office asks the International Court to use an arrest warrant or a summons to appear, in which this case is presented right now. On October 24 of 2018, SCPX used confidential arrest warrants against William Cortez, that is the accused right now, and also the Interior Minister, the Education Minister, and 3 school principals involved in the implementation of educational policies in Anchura, Narnia, and Londra. The ground for which the case is brought before the court in accordance with the Rome Statute to Human Rights is that people are being mistreated either physically or psychologically. The crime began when William Cortez became president right now in March 23 of 2007. And in terms of security, he ordered the preparation of studies that would identify the causes of high crime rates. The increase in crimes was due to the lower investment in education by previous governments. According to Rome Statute, genocide is presented in Article 6, that is serious injuries to the physical or mental integrity of the members of the group, in this case, that indigenous group, as well as Article 7, crimes against humanity, that is murder, which refers to the extermination, slavery, deportation, or forced transfer of population. Cortes, being racist, appealed to the prejudice of the majority against the indigenous communities of the region to indicate that the indigenous vision of conserving the environment was retrograde. According to him, that vision had hindered an awareness of entrepreneurship in the country's indigenous region. He created an educational system called entrepreneurship for indigenous children, which educate and encourage children to live their customs, indigenous tradition, to be more civilized. They were speaking a new language, eating meat, since the indigenous don't eat meat. Also, non-governmental organizations began an international campaign to collect information and denounce William Cortez and his government. Some of the evidence are that the prosecutor's office has testimonies that are present in his before International Criminal Court. That is, bad practices, violence, and mistreatment were discovered in this educational mode. It's been denounced for the violation of fundamental rights of the indigenous communities. Non-governmental organizations declared that there is evidence that there was sexual abuse, sexual assault by teachers. They mentioned that it's a human program of segregation, assimilation against indigenous communities. This program is being accused of possible irregularities in the application of the government educational program and denouncing the violation of fundamental rights of indigenous communities. Some facts that were mentioned to the defense for William Cortez, many of the teachers transferred due to the difference with the parents of the children or for sickness coincided with those who had been denounced for sexual abuse. That was false. it was completely false, and that teachers continue to act as teachers in school other than the ones they originally belonged to. The issues addressed that are directed to the prosecution is that there are clear evidence. There are mainly genocide, violation of the law for the protection of human rights, which are discrimination, sexual abuse, torture, physical and psychological abuse, among others. For my proposal is solving the issues addressed that are directed to the defense and to the legal representation of the victims, with the purpose of strengthening my position. The prosecution showed all relevant evidence. It presented evidence showing the mistreatment of the people involved, both teacher and senior positions. Our position is that sexual violence committed by the school principal constitutes a crime. These acts were part of generalized and systematic policy with consequences of destroying the indigenous ethnic group. We also refer to the fact that sexual assaults committed by school principals, teachers, among others, can be classified as a crime against humanity. These acts were part of widespread and systematic policy to attack the indigenous civilian population and violate their fundamental human rights. The legal representation of the victims takes the position that sexual assaults constitute both a crime of genocide and crimes against humanity. Mr. Cortez, the accused, and the teacher should be tried for these crimes, arrested and sentenced to several years in jail. I hope you really enjoyed my conclusion. I hope we get Mr. Cortez and the teachers involved to the jail because this is unfair. Thank you so much.